Have to either. Open up the door to my bedroom for everybody to come in and chime in and make their opinions about what we do and don't do or should or shouldn't do. But I will say this. Whatever we ever have done has been done with consensual adults.
Welcome to the show. This is Bridging the Rap Podcast. Ain't no capping our rap on this side. I am King Cut.
I am the Original D.
Yes, sir. We back in this thing with another episode 52. We got a nice list put together for y'all today that we're going to break down and go through, man. We got a new segment that we're introducing today. It's called Fuck Shit of the Week, where D break down a certain situation that we saw on social media somewhere, and he explained to you why it's fuck shit and why it's flaw.
Yes, sir. You know.
We got Tiny and Tip. They are being accused of sexual trafficking and abusing women. And we're gonna break down is hip hop in its last days. It's been a long topic for a long time, but we're gonna try to see if we can make it make sense right here. Get an answer real quick. Oh yeah, so sit back, relax, enjoy the episode, Bridging the Rap Podcast. Without further ado, let's get it. Bridge. So fuck shit of the week. We're going to introduce it right here, right off the top.
Yes, sir. All right.
So, D, go ahead and break this down for the people.
Let me break it down for you. Fuck shit of the week goes to Raymond Ronald Lee Childs III. All right? Let me go ahead and read the news story of what this young brother did. Raymond Ronald Lee Childs III was arrested Monday and stands accused of fatally shooting members of his own family after a dispute inside the home near the north side. Kezzie Childs, 42, his mother, Raymond Childs, 42, his father, Elijah Childs, 18, his older brother, Rita Childs, 13, his younger sister, and Kiera Hawkins, 19.
He killed all of them?
Yes, and Kiera Hawkins, 19, and her unborn child. Kiera Hawkins was expected to give birth in about a week. That was his older brother, girlfriend, and his nephew. He killed both of them too. Investigators were led to the crime scene after making contact with the boy, another one of his siblings, who was 15, who had suffered gunshot wounds but was able to run out of the house while his brother was shooting at him. In Indiana, at 17, he can be charged with murder as an adult, but he can't face the death penalty, but he's likely to get life without parole. That's some crazy shit.
No, that's some fuck shit.
The story behind it, that's some fuck shit.
That's some fuck shit.
The story behind it is basically he was at his girlfriend's house. His daddy made him come home. I guess he wasn't supposed to be out or whatever. He's 17. You know, kids, they grown nowadays, you know what I'm saying? It do kind of sound weird to hear 17-year-old, you got to bring your boy home. But his dad made him come home, and an argument happened, and he went to killing everybody in the house, you know what I'm saying? He got music videos with guns, and they suspect the Draco in one of his music videos, because he started with a 9mm and finished with a Draco. They think it's the same one from the music video. And he killed his family.
They say anything about drugs being involved too?
Nah, he packed 2 bags. He went back to his girlfriend's house and told her his dad had kicked him out. And they just went to sleep. The whole time
they was at the house dead?
Yeah, they went to sleep. And the next day when they went over there, her own words was he acted a clown like she never seen before. So I don't know what I mean. I don't know if he was trying to put on and act sad. Bro, your little brother survived. He said you shot everybody in the house. I don't know. So maybe he was over there like trying to fake cry. But the way she explained it was he acted a clown. She never seen him act like that before. So I think he was out there putting on, thinking he fooling people. And the police probably just standing there like, let's come on downtown. Let's have a conversation.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 17. Because he ain't want to come home. Because he ain't like his daddy rules. That's crazy. Because now you ain't going to be able to do nothing on your own time for the rest of your life, bro.
Nah, that's crazy.
You're going to have to wake up when they say wake up, eat when they say eat, wait in line to take a shit. I saw some type of stuff.
I saw some other shit too that I thought you was going to bring in for the fuck shit of the week when the guy killed his mom because she told him to get a job.
That's crazy, dog. You know what's... we in crazy times, dog. And I'm a man who recognizes the boundaries of race and the realities of it. A lot of people like to ignore color. I understand it's real. Growing up, we would always hear something on the news and say that's white people shit. This young man who killed his whole family is black. This young man who killed his mama because she told his ass to go get a job is black. What's going on today, dog? We used to chalk them up to white people crimes back in the day. Next
we gonna have white.
Yeah. We might have a school shooting, a mass shooting by a nigga at a school pretty soon, dog. You know, it's crazy out here with that type of shit going. It's 2021. Anything goes, dog. You got to protect yourself nowadays. And you can't blame shit on white people no more. Everybody crazy now. What the fuck? Mama said go get a job. Bruh shot in the forehead, bro.
Wow.
It's crazy. And Harlem, y'all got the shit going on. You know, a couple
Well, the
of
mother of a 22-year-old man told him to get a job so he could take care of himself. Her son's response, he shot her dead. That's according to police and the victim's brother. News 4's Gabi Acevedo is live outside the scene in East Harlem now, and he talked to distraught family members about this. Gabi.
Adam, your description, although tragic, is precise. Police say that 22-year-old Musa Camara shot his own mother in the head. Now, family members told us that the mother and her son had recently been arguing, as you mentioned, Adam, over him getting a job. The victim's brother, the uncle, wants no mercy for his nephew. Family and friends huddled in grief at Lehman Village houses. Fatoumata Denson was a mother of 8.
That's whack how you just can record people in. No, not even a situation. Just how you record people in grief. People up there crying and literally grieving. Like, bitch, you got the camera rolling. I would have slapped that shit out of her hand. Clown ass motherfuckers. That's crazy.
Original Rap Podcast, man.
Bridge.
Well, T.I. and Tiny Harris are being accused of sex trafficking and abusing women. It's gonna take a little while to break this whole stuff down because there's been a lot of stuff unfolding pretty fast with this whole stuff. And I feel like a lot of people, in my opinion, I feel like a lot of people are jumping the gun without no faces to all of this accusations.
That's the thing I said when my girl's sister came over and said, T.I. them been sexual abusing people. I said, who it is? And she was like, they just been sending in letters. I was like, what? So you don't even know who they abused and you just finna run with it?
All right, let's just go right here. Over 15 women accused T.I. and Tiny of violence and sexual assault. It began as a moment released when Atlanta native and old family friend Sabrina Peterson first accused T.I. Clifford Harris of holding a gun to her head when she was 28, nearly a decade and a half ago. 15
years.
The accusation from Peterson, who has routinely been vocal with her critiques of Atlanta's circle of politicians and public figures, seemed to bring a basis to the forefront of her previous public opposition of the facto king of Atlanta. So they got this whole. So it started with her. She has she brought up this whole thing that came up like 15 years ago.
Randomly,
it came out of nowhere. Randomly, it came out of nowhere. It seemingly came out of nowhere. We don't know what's going on in the background. We don't know if they told her that they don't want to fuck with her no more for whatever reason. Now she mad or whatever. You know what I mean? Because that's weird. 15 years,
Shakina said that, though.
Oh, that's what Shakina said. Okay,
she said if Tiny was giving your ass some attention right now, this wouldn't even happen no way.
Shakana.
Shakana, my bad.
How you spell her name?
I don't know her football head ass. She done got so much body work, but that head still look like a basketball or something. I don't know what up with shorty head. Yeah. I've been circular as fuck.
So yeah, all right. So let's get back to the more details about this story real quick. So the whole thing come out. So this girl, Sabrina Peterson, is having some issues with T.I. and Tiny. Goes to bring it to the internet, and following that day when she first came out saying that T.I. put a gun to her head, the next day she comes back with one person. She came back with one person saying that T.I. and Tiny sexually assaulted her.
Tiny replied by posting T.I. with her kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Saying, he was just a couple years ago, but he put a gun to your head and traumatized you 15 years ago, but 2 years ago, you got your kids with him talking about training and boxing and all this other stuff. And now today you're a traumatized victim whose life has been irrevocably harmed by T.I. I had thrown a big word in there because I'm speaking on T.I. terms. You know what I'm saying? But you got your kids with him. Tiny is basically showing her to be a clout chaser. Okay. And from this clout chasing jumps in allegedly, because there's still no faces to these cases, people are sending her stuff and she's outing the messages she got offline. And both of the messages still really amount to nothing.
Right, they don't.
So it's kind of weird that the story got so many legs. One message says, a girl says she was 16, her friend was 15. They went backstage or something after a concert in Denver, and T.I. them was trying to give him drugs and persuade him to have sex, even though they knew they were 16 and 15. But ultimately, her and her friend were so wise and mature at 16 and 15, they just decided to leave because there wasn't a good place for them to be. That's the story she told. Even in that story, nothing happened. She didn't take drugs. She didn't have sex. If it happened, it's disgusting. But there's nothing happened, right? The next story, a girl claims that T.I. and Tiny paid her for a threesome. And that kind of came about because as Sabrina was throwing mud, she started talking about T.I. and Tiny sexcapades, which is kind of well known.
People know about this stuff.
Black Rob. I was going to say Black Rob. Rob Kardashian said something about them doing the threesome with China. That had him mad back in the day. Like years and years ago, like before Love and Hip Hop, any Love and Hip Hop genre started, there were rumors of Diamond from Crime Mob and Lucky If You Buck Chick being their little sex toy. So everybody pretty much know that T.I. and Tiny like to have threesomes. They like to party, whoop de woo. And Sabrina kind of tried to use that to drag them. And so a story came out of a woman allegedly they had a threesome with. She said T.I. was enjoying it too much for Tiny's liking, and Tiny attacked her. She started to defend herself, and T.I. punched her. And it's kind of a weird story too. Like if they go around picking up women to have threesomes, I kind of find it weird that Tiny is mad that T.I. is enjoying it. She likes threesomes.
Right.
If T.I. is enjoying it, she probably getting more aroused. I just find it weird that that's what they do, and then Tiny's going to fight somebody. I don't know. The story just sounds weird. And even if it's true, okay, you got your ass beat 5 years ago. That's still not sex trafficking. That's still not sexual abuse. The story just took legs, and there's nothing really there yet. It's kind of crazy, you know.
Okay, so and then I wanted to play some of this stuff Shekinah was saying too.
Oh yeah, Shekinah jumped in it. Shekinah.
If Tiny would pay that attention, she wouldn't be even into it right now with Tia. She's looking attention. She wants Tiny. She obsessed with Tiny. Like she wants Tiny to be her girlfriend. Now listen, this is my thing. If it came out the Tip pulled a gun on her, right? How do we change from Tip not the victim no more? Tip is the victim and Tiny now is the legend. How do we go from that?
What?
I got mad at me.
Ooh, my mind just had a fucking shakedown right now. What is she trying to say? I don't know what she's trying to say, but she got a little bit ahead of herself right now. She ain't bringing it out like she wanted to.
What I heard was she was saying that you're claiming that T.I. pulled a gun on your head. Put a gun to your head.
What do you feel about that? Do you think that really happened?
I don't know.
I will say this. That is believable to me that 15 years ago,
T.I. would do that.
Yeah, not like he was gonna kill her, but just because I'm a rapper, I got money, and I'm trying to tell you what to do. That's believable to me that a rapper would do that. And then in the situation, she says it happened, her own words, it happened because she was beating up T.I. assistant. So naturally, T.I. has some type of relationship with somebody that she was beating her at. He could have broke it up a different way. He's probably high. He popped pills, all that shit. He probably just pulled his gun and said, bitch, you better stop. I believe that probably happened. Is she traumatized by that? I don't believe so. Is she bringing it up for clout? I truly believe she's just bringing it up for clout. Like Tiny said, your kids were just with him 2 years ago.
Right.
And you want to sit here and call him your abuser when you're, from what it looks like from the outside, you're desperately clingy for a relationship with the Harrises.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. But you're traumatized by him now all of a sudden. And she's trying to use the veil of protecting black women. I won't let her do that. Usually I don't step on no woman toes who invoke that right of protecting black women because I truly believe black women aren't protected enough. But it's hard for you to say black women go unprotected because T.I. pulled the gun on me. Why did T.I. pull a gun on you? I was beating the fuck out of a black woman. It's hard to do that. If you look at it, even though T.I.'s wrong for allegedly pulling a gun on a woman, if you look at it through another lens, T.I. just saved the black woman from being he just protected a black woman.
Right.
You said out your own mouth the reason why T.I. pulled the gun on you because you was beating his assistant's ass. A black woman. Even if she's not a black woman, she's a woman.
Right.
So T.I., you want to call him an abuser for pulling a gun on you once 15 years ago, but in your own words, he did it to protect another woman. I don't think it's fair for you to then act traumatized when your relationship with the Harrises kind of goes south. Because, I mean, you always have to be careful when somebody's claiming to be a victim, but that's just what it looks like, though. That's just really what it looked like. She's not where she wants to be with the Harrises. She was Tiny best friend first. It's interesting. Shekinah. How you say her name, bro? I'm good with names.
I thought it was Shekinah.
Shekinah. I'm good with names. I don't know why I keep messing her name up. Shekinah. It's interesting that she chimed in because it kind of looks like Shekinah jumped in and took her role in Tiny's life.
All right.
That's what it looks like.
I got you, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of what it looks like. And then Shekinah also threw the little tidbit out there that Miss Sabrina herself used to be one of the females getting flipped by T.I. and Tiny. And she also added that Sabrina used to recruit females to go and get flipped. That's why she know what she know, why she up there trying to expose their sexual life behind closed doors, because she was a part of it.
Wow.
And then she insinuates that she wants to be with Tiny almost. I don't even think it's that she wants to be with Tiny. I think that's how Tiny and Shekinah see it because they're on the outside looking in. But I think it's more so that she wants Shekinah's spot. That's where she's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. She's been around them the longest. Her kids call her auntie. Her kids call them auntie and uncle, and their kids allegedly call her auntie. That's what she says. She wants to be where Shekinah is. She's supposed to be in the room when Shekinah arguing with Young Thug. That's supposed to be her arguing with Young Thug going viral. Why Shekinah in her spot? So I think that's the energy she's giving them, and they don't know how to rationalize it. So they're saying, this bitch obsessed with Tiny. She want to be with Tiny. Like, no, females really be competing about this best friend shit.
Right.
They really compete about that.
Right. But are we missing anything?
I don't know. It's just we just got to see where it go, because once people start slanging accusations, stuff come out the woodworks. Mm-hmm. But I think if you look at, we kind of got on a lot of rappers. I know I did. I don't know if you was as strong on it, but I think we was both there on rappers, not that speak up on other stuff, but when Meg got shot by Tory, allegedly, nobody had anything to say. Mm-hmm. And I think we see why, because these rappers are young millionaires with all the drugs they can possibly want, whatever their fix is, whatever their vice is, they can get it. Right. They probably done a lot of flaw shit to women behind closed doors. So we looking at them like, well, damn, Boosie, you got something to say about Dwayne Wade child. Boosie missed the pop him 2x2 from back in the day. I know he done slapped the bitch, done lost his cool and slapped the female in the room before. I know he done did some shit. Right. Probably done pistol whipped a woman and all. You know what I'm saying? That's allegedly. I'm just throwing it out there because one of his baby mamas claimed that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just randomly attaching that to Boosie. But I'm just saying, people was kind of expecting other rappers to step up. You always talking about protect black women. And like Bun B and a few other guys were the only guys to trying to say something and stand by Megan. We kind of see why guys are quiet now. Right.
I wanted to take a different approach to the whole situation. But I wanted to first get all the information out about it. But I feel like the people are like too quick to jump to like just pinning this whole stuff on them like it's an absolute thing.
Yeah.
For a couple of reasons, like. People still are just ignoring the whole fact that this isn't weird, that this just all these people just coming out of nowhere at one time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? With no faces. Yeah. And then those text messages, you know how you could tell like someone handwriting? Mm-hmm. You could tell a bitch texting, bro. Like it seemed on these text messages, dog, they got the same, they spelling the same words the same way. They using no periods and all. It's like the same person typing all these alleged different people to me. You know what I mean? It's like Sabrina posting all these shit with all these different stories.
That's what I'm saying. Real. Put a face on it. At least put a face on an accuser.
You know what I mean? And then another thing too, like I wasn't really following the whole Bill Cosby thing for whatever reason. I wasn't. But it kind of gave me the same vibe of that. You know what I mean? All these people I know Bill Cosby had a whole bunch of more people, but
yeah, I'll tell you the big difference between Bill Cosby and anybody else. Bill Cosby liked white women. You're not finna play with white women. Mm-hmm. R. Kelly showed you could play with black women for 30 years on camera. Mm-hmm. And somebody had to make a documentary just to make money before the feds act like they have to do something. Bill Cosby was messing with white women. That was his downfall.
Right.
A black woman coming out talking about she got raped 30 years ago, ain't nobody gonna give a good goddamn. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Well, nobody was raped though, right?
No. Allegedly, he gave them drugs and they passed out and they had sex. They probably willingly.
All right, do you believe that part? I don't. Do you believe that part though?
About Bill?
No, T.I. I thought you were talking about T.I.
About T.I. drugging people? No, because the only story they have to insinuate he tried to drug somebody up was the girl saying it was my 16th birthday and we were so mature we just decided not to take drugs and party with rappers. So who's allegedly been drugged? That's why I said the blog's really kind of running with something that don't got no meat to it. Like, you can't even name an accuser, and the only person who has a face to it, she obviously has a motive, and Tiny has shown you that she's not traumatized by T.I. simply by the picture that he got with his kids,
Right.
your kids 2 years ago.
Calling him uncle 2 years ago.
Thirsty to tag him in the post to let people know you know T.I.
Right.
So to say that you're traumatized, and the whole situation, like, I don't even know if it happened, but I'm saying I can believe it happened. I can believe it, but I'm gonna say this. If you beating somebody's ass and somebody that's with that other person pulls a gun on you, I don't think you have any room to play. Regardless of the situation, you can't play victim. You can't play victim. If you beating somebody's ass that's on my side and I decide to pull a gun to get you off them, that's what it is. You have no business coming out 15 years later talking about you're traumatized.
Mm-hmm.
No, you was beating my round ass.
Right.
I was saving my people. And in a way, you can look at it like T.I. did what he was supposed to do. I don't think I would use a gun to break up a chick fight.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the other alternative? Me putting my hands on a woman? Now you saying I beat on you? I pulled the gun. You didn't get a bruise. You didn't get a scuff. You didn't get a mark. The fight was over. So the whole I'm traumatized and I'm a black woman that needs to be protected, I believe that is unfair. I believe women like her need to be called out because they undermine the real movement of women needing to be protected. People gonna look at this and shoot holes in her story and lump somebody like Megan Thee Stallion in with her. And I feel like Megan was actually a victim.
Right.
Could be wrong. We don't know what really happened with that, but I'm just on that side of the fence that she was a victim. You know what I'm saying? I feel like her story just don't line up. And I think she needs to be called to the forefront for that because it makes it harder for women that's actually going through stuff to be believed, to be heard, and to step up and speak up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I think it just looked like a big clout chase, bro. You can't be beating nobody's ass and say, "Oh, I'm traumatized. The nigga pulled a gun on me to get up off the bitch." Right. It's just I can't rock with it, bro.
Do we need to read the T.I. response?
Oh man,
egregiously.
T.I. went full T.I.
Mr. and Mrs. Harris want to be on the record and more importantly want the public to know they're emphatically deny the in the strongest way possible the egregiously appalling allegation.
T.I. put it in there. For sure, Tip laced that speech up.
Egregiously appalling allegations being made against them by Sabrina Peterson. The Harrises have had difficulty with the woman for well over a decade. They are taking this matter very seriously, and if these allegations don't end, they will take appropriate legal action.
I kind of heard that some people been describing her as stalkerish. Maybe there's other incidents that's going to come to the light of her doing too much to be next to the Harrises. Yeah, some people say she was stalkerish. That's kind of tough. What she do? She got a business called the Glam University. What she do, makeup or something?
Probably, I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds like a makeup business. Well, hopefully she booming now. You know, she's got a little clout up. You dig?
Damn, dog. Bridging the Rap podcast. I'm trying to see if we left anything out.
I want to see the home security videos of T.I. and Tiny Room. We've been hearing about their sex life on the low for 15 years. Them motherfuckers be turning up. They got to be getting down in that bitch, dog. 15 years, dog.
Bridging the Rap podcast. I'm trying to see. T.I. had a video. I'm trying to find that for you.
Oh, yeah, man. He went all splendiferous on a video breaking down it. And the first thing he spoke about was, and I kind of feel like he went there because Tiny really hasn't done nothing. That's the first thing he spoke up was like, how y'all gonna drag Tiny? How you gonna drag my wife into this? I'm T.I. I got a sketchy background. I done been through a couple scandals. But
okay, so maybe he did pull the gun on her?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
okay, and then
if I did pull a gun on her and it sparked all this, Tiny actually has done nothing. It's unfair that she has to go through this because I pulled the gun on this bitch that was beating my other bitch ass to break up a fight. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to find this video. What the fuck T.I. is at?
I don't know. I seen it on the ground. I seen that nigga just basically saying stop playing with their name, dog. I really think that's all it is, dog. I haven't seen a credible accusation yet. And even then, if more accusations come out, it's going to be hard to have a credible accusation of wrongdoing when you're in the bedroom with a husband and wife. You're there for nothing else. So, like, what can you claim went wrong? You know what I'm saying? You're there to be, I want to use a kind word.
As
I didn't want to say sex toy, but you're there to be a sex toy for a husband and wife. That's really what it is. Like, there's no way you can. It's going to be hard for me, for anybody that went into the bedroom with the husband and wife, to paint themselves as a victim. It's going to be hard. You're going to have to try to tell the story that the other person told, that Tiny got jealous and beat your ass, and T.I. wouldn't let you fight back, and he swung on you when you tried to fight back. That's about the only way you can paint that story. But it's just still a bizarre reaction for Tiny to have when this is what they've been known to do for at least 15 years.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. I found it. Play T.I. addressing this shit. I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's 8 minutes.
Ooh. The boy was in his bag.
Bad. Bunch of words in there.
Hey, so as y'all could probably guess or imagine, it's been extremely difficult for me to remain quiet in light of all the things that have transpired and all of the egregious allegations that's been tossed around about me and my wife. But it's a reason for that, and I don't mind sharing it. You see, if a person does not have any right to criminally or civilly have you in court, they have no right. The best thing they could do is get you for a defamation suit, drag you in court, make you pay their legal bills, but get you in court. Now, I mean, at this point, man, it's at the point where that don't even matter to me no more, okay? But that's the motive, that's the strategy, that's the intention. Say a whole bunch of false stuff about you that get people to believe and make them come.
In a situation like this, dog, I'm feel like if I was in a situation like this and somebody's trying to drag me down, my name and my family and all this shit down, like, I wouldn't even approach it like this. I'm going to come out and just say exactly what it is. Man, this is what happened, dog. Even I don't give a fuck what it is. This bitch mad because I did such this, told her to get out, and now that bitch, she talking about she gonna do this, and this is what this is. She trying to get us to pay for it. I'm not finna come out there egregiously and all this. It sounds
like he's trying to give her a motive that I don't think is her motive. Sound like he's trying to say that she wants him to go off the deep end and say some flaw stuff so she can sue him for defamation. I don't think that's what she wants. I think she just wants the clout. That sounds like what he was about to get into. It was like,
no, but it sounds like what he's saying is that only thing he can sue them for right now is the worst thing he can do right now is sue her for defamation of character. So she don't really have anything to lose. She gonna end up going to court, and he gonna have to pay the legal fees. And he's saying that's all she trying to do right now. You get what I'm saying? And I'm saying if I was him, I'd just come out and just tell just for the people. You know what I mean? Because those are the ones that's trying to hang you right now. Just lay everything out there and be as honest and open about everything. And I feel like you'll kill all that shit. To me. But at the same time, Charlamagne always say, Charlamagne always say, people don't really care about the truth if the lie is more entertaining. And I think this is a situation where people just entertaining the lie because it's just funny to think that T.I. and Tiny, people are messy, bro. You know what I mean?
It kind of remind me of the Tory situation. Like, nothing indicates this nigga didn't shoot her. Nothing. Like, you niggas got to jump through hoops to come up with a story where he didn't shoot her, and it's just taking over. Like, yeah, bitch, Meg, you lying. You lying, ho. It was broken glass in your foot. Damn, that's some real shit. Yeah. The lie is more entertaining than a lie.
So, Bridging the Rap podcast, did we leave anything out of that, man?
I think we attacked it pretty well.
I think we did. So, Bridging the Rap podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the like and subscribe button. I really appreciate it. On to our next and last topic before we get up out of here, man. We want to really talk about how is rap on his last leg. D, what's your opinion on that?
You gotta go a little deeper for me. What you mean by that?
Is rap on his last leg? As in, like, will it end up like disco, or will it end up like, in a situation where people don't really care or even fuck with it anymore like that?
Rap and disco is not one and the same because disco is.
No. All right, I just want to know. I want you to answer. Is it on his way out? Like, is it that?
Let me explain. Rap is a genre in itself. Disco was a subgenre. It's just a style of pop or R&B. So disco can go away and pop can just go in a different direction. So rap itself, as it began, it's no more. Niggas just rapping over a beat. It's a rarity and it's going away. And I think that style of rap is over. Niggas who cannot sing or cannot harmonize cannot just rap. Like, I think in 5 years, that's going to be totally gone. Yeah. You're going to have to try to sing a little bit. It's going to be like back in the day before rap came, it was a lot of men that were singers that couldn't really sing, like Donkey Chain. Oh, it was a lot of crooners. I guess that's what you called them. Yeah. Like, them niggas couldn't really sing, but they sung like men. So I think rap is going to go in a direction where you have to be doing something other than rhyming words with your voice. But rap will still be here. It'll just be different. It'll be different. Like, rap can't disappear. Like disco, that's why I tried to explain how disco can disappear. Because disco is not a pure genre.
I got you.
It's a variation of a genre. Yeah. Rap in itself is a real genre.
I got you.
So styles of rap that we're used to are probably going to be gone. Okay. But stuff that qualifies rap will still be around.
Okay.
I think that's what old school New York niggas have an issue with.
How I feel about rap is, I feel like rap is in his last days for a couple of reasons, man. Like, to me, and I don't mean any offense about this at all, but like, it seems like the every new rapper is starting to become. Every time I'm introduced to a new rapper, it seems like they're getting dumber and dumber, and it feels like they don't dumb. And I don't mean that in an offensive way, but it's like they don't even understand what it takes to be a rapper. Like, you're trying to be a rapper, but you don't even know what it takes to be a rapper. And like, when I look at all these other professions, like actors when they want to become an actor, they understand movies, they understand film, they understand all of these other aspects, but besides just trying to just be you get what I'm trying to say?
Right. You can't just say, I want to be in movies.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And just expect it for it to be like that. Even though rap right now has a low entry barrier, I feel like that's a reason too. And then on top of that, I don't feel like it's being as progressive as it used to be. It seems like it's the same songs being released in a different way by a different artist. It's the same song though. It's the same tempo, the same melody, the same auto-tune, the same what's the name and all that stuff. And this is somebody who was saying a couple of years ago, who was the one that was protecting this whole style of music when old heads was trying to bash these guys for doing this stuff. But I just don't see where the push for it to be different right now. It seems like everybody's trying to be the same.
You know what happened?
What?
I'm gonna tell you what happened. You became the old head you was arguing against. Yes, you got older, and the same complaints them old heads had when they was listening to the new music are now yours. Right. They're not talking about nothing. The shit sound the same. Y'all saying the same shit.
Not, but that's not what I'm saying. I don't think that's what I'm saying, and I don't have an issue with it. I'm just throwing a thought out there. It just seemed like, damn, these rappers aren't really progressing. I don't have a problem with what they're doing. You know what I mean? I still enjoy these songs and shit like that, but I'm just noticing that I don't think these rappers are progressing.
You think rap gonna be dead? Like rap just gone?
Like, I don't know, man. I think it's gonna get to the point where people don't care.
It's gonna be evacuated by black people.
No, it's gonna be like people don't care. Or, you know what I mean? Like you saying some other race may come in and take over.
They're already taking over.
And but this is what I'm saying.
Kid Laroi got more screams than Lil Uzi Vert.
All right, but that's what I'm saying though. Like, Kid Laroi putting his shit together in a certain way that I would like to see other people do. Like,
Kid Laroi do be jamming.
You get what I'm saying? He put his shit together a certain way, but all these other rappers, that's what I'm saying. It's people out here. It's so many people because rap has a low entry barrier. So you could just go to your homeboy house, drop some shit, and be like, man, that shit hard, man. Drop that shit instead of really perfecting what it takes to make good music. It's a lot of it's crazy, bro. It's rappers out here right now who rapping today, right now, but don't understand music. I feel like that's crazy. And they're not even putting in to like try to understand that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a fact.
You get what I'm saying?
fact.
That's what I'm saying. And then at the same time, like and then like rap is a thing where you just gotta. It seems like you could drop a song this week, that bitch old Friday. You know what I mean? Like, so you gotta be pushing this shit out. So all the rappers who are really crafting their shit and all this shit, they put in all this time, put the song out and the shit old next week. So it's like it's not worth it for them.
Yeah,
when you
because
got
a lot
a
of
nigga out
niggas,
here.
but at the same token, the reason why I come out so fast because a lot of niggas not putting in time.
Right.
They go to the studio, they cut on the beat, and they do them. You seen that old song I sent you where Melly them from?
Oh yeah,
That nigga just did him. For real. That nigga just did him, bro.
So I'm trying to. It's a serious question for me. Like I'm like in the next 2-3 years, like I'm curious to see where rap be at, and I feel like it's not really that promising.
Well, if rap disappears, I'll tell you why. It's because, listen, I don't want to make everything about race, but black people have created, like literally originated the most popular genres in rotation today. You go back and you look at the inception of hip hop. You look at the inception of rock. You look at the inception of rhythm and blues. There's black people at the forefront of that. Now, eventually, that became everybody's music. It's not just a black thing. It's just so damn good that it spills out and everybody wants to partake. And now it's worldwide music. The same exact thing has happened with rap. Started in the hoods of New York with a melting pot of people from all over the country. If you look at the history of everything great that comes out of New York or everything great that comes out of Cali, especially in terms of music, even the gang culture, a lot of it originate with because blacks were fleeing the South.
Right.
So if you go look at the history, that's why I say it's a melting pot of people from all over the country, but it's all only one area where the blacks would stay when you go to New York or when you go to Cali, when you go to these different cities. That's where hip hop was created. Now everybody does it to the point where the biggest rappers aren't even black. So I can see that black people getting outpopulated within rap and the whole entire new genre forming that, again, at the beginning, people don't understand. Again, at the beginning, people say isn't real music and people don't fuck with. It could already be here. It could be this style of singy, rap, mumble, mix, whatever. Could already be here, just in the early stages.
It's weird though because like I feel like we in a space where right now like the climate of music right now, it's like it don't have to be a certain way, but it is. Like you could come out like Moneybagg Yo don't use like melody rap. You know what I mean? But people still listen to his music pretty often. You know what I mean? That's way different to Rod Wave. And Rod Wave is different than Roddy Ricch. And Roddy Ricch is different than Lil Baby. You know what I mean? It's you can make all these different types of styles and shit like that. But I feel like all the people that are not those people that I name right now, a large part of the time, they all doing the same shit. And I'm like, it's nothing promising after like Lil Baby. What's gonna happen after Lil Baby? I don't see nobody after Lil Baby besides Kid Laroi. And I feel like that's not nobody's problem. I mean, that's not nobody's fault. But I feel like the rappers who are trying to who we look to be able to fill in those spots after like Lil Baby and all those boys are gone, I feel like they're not really taking it as serious as they should.
I think Lil Baby time ain't up yet. You know,
I know.
The Baby got some years before we need to find the next him because, you know, Future and Thug are like, they 30s. Well, I think Thug just turned 30, but Future like 32, 33 or something like that. Maybe older.
No,
I think
Future older than that.
Yeah, I think closer to like 37 or something. Yeah. But like Baby like what, 26? So it's some more years before that next Lil Baby got to start popping his head up out the thing. That just made me just think about Lil Baby. That nigga gonna be huge because like he in the shoes of where Future and Thug was a couple years ago. But I think he got more business industry appeal than them. I don't think he do as much drugs as them. He obviously ain't tatted or got blonde hair like them niggas. And I just think, I don't know, Lil Baby could end up huger than a motherfucker.
Yeah,
Did Thug or Future ever have the #1 selling album in the world for any given year?
Nah.
Lil Baby just did that.
Nah.
Lil Baby might be a fucking megastar in a year or two, dog.
Yeah. But I don't know if did we tackle that right? So your opinion is what?
I think rap can end, but my opinion is it can end because a new genre gets created in the streets and at the bottom from the people in the gutter. If that happens, I think rap can end in the style that it's created. Like Little Richard and Chuck Berry created rock and roll. When you listen to rock and roll today, one, no black people are in it, and two, it sounds nothing like what Little Richard and Chuck Berry did.
Yeah.
So rap that people like Eric B and Rakim helped formulate can end up gone forever. And a new style of rap that black people don't control per se can emerge, and we can be off formulating something else.
Right, I got you.
That's my theory of the only way rap itself will be gone in your definition. You know, it can't go nowhere. It's like some got to replace it. Basically, is what I'm saying. Someone will have to come along and replace it. And I just find it hard to do music without the roots of rap in today's. It's just hard.
Yeah,
you have be hard pressed to do music without rap. Like niggas gonna have to create some new onomatopoeia style of music where you're just doing sounds. And, weird shit. Like it's hard for me to imagine a new genre of music that don't got the foundation of rap in it.
Yeah.
Rap is so fucking genius. It's so ingenious, dog.
Yeah, dog.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas back in the 40s was up there being singers and couldn't even sing. I love you. Bitch, you should have been spitting bars. You know what I'm saying? Took a nigga to come along to think of that, dog.
All right, Business Rap Podcast, man. That's what I see, man. I feel like it's not really that problem. I feel like people need to put in more of looking at it as a craft instead of just a way to just make money real quick. And I think that's the problem with it. I think that's the issue, kind of.
I don't know, dog, if it's the way. Well, you know, I think the issue you have with rap, dog, I think it transpires rap. Like, it's bigger than rap. I think the internet has allowed people to do that in a lot of different areas of life.
Yeah.
Even in acting. Some people, you know, you see niggas just become Instagram stars and now they think they're a movie star, they're a celebrity. And in some cases, they're more relevant than real movie stars. Michael B. Jordan paying Lori Harvey to be his girlfriend, and that bitch don't do nothing but be on social media.
Right.
Because she's more relevant than him.
Right.
Relevancy is currency. So, you know, it's not just rap that's suffering. And I think almost because of the world we in today, so people could just Google something and pick it up and don't have to love it and don't have to put in the work. Like even being a producer, I can go spend $200 on a laptop, download a torrent, and have everything I need to learn how to produce. And a month later, be producing a beat that a nigga would rap on. When back in the day, you had to spend thousands on equipment and figure it out.
Right.
You had to really love it to want to be a producer. Now I can learn it as a skill and make a little money on the side. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bridging the Rap Podcast, man.
BTR.
Yeah. I think that's the end of this episode, man. Episode 52.
52, Ray Lou.
Yes, sir. So yeah, man. Hit us up on Instagram at Bridging the Rap _IG, on YouTube at Bridging the Rap Podcast on YouTube.
Subscribe, bro.
Yes, sir.
We on the way to 1 million. We trying to get to 1 million subscribers. We on the way.
Yes, sir. And I think that's it, right? Cersei wasn't here today.
Shout out my boy Cersei.
Yes, sir. Bridging the Rap Podcast, and we're gonna leave it right there.
Yes, sir.